gentlemen. Sorry for the 1 day late. I know it's so early in the season for me to be screwing up the schedule I had set for myself, but so it goes. It's doing what I can here. But it's no problem because this is a really, really wonderful fall cocktail, and I think it's the perfect weekend for it. I think every weekend's the perfect weekend for most cocktails, if I'm being honest. Yeah, wondering what that says about me. I don't know. But we're going to get right started because I have a fair amount of questions to answer, and I'm excited to make this drink for everybody. So the cocktail this evening is called A to B. It's a simple 2-ingredient cocktail. No bitters or syrups or anything. Just 2 things and a garnish. And you can always skip a garnish if you really don't feel like doing the work. It usually doesn't add that much to the flavor. So, but this A to B, the A standing for apricot liqueur and the B standing for brandy. In this case, I'm using cognac as I always do, but you can try it with any brandy you got if you want. Hopefully the shaking of that camera isn't going to affect this whole thing. All right, there we go. Boy, I hope I didn't screw everything up. I don't really care, actually. Just joking around. So let's get started. It's a real simple drink to make. I always talk about equal parts cocktails being my favorite. This is one that's not quite equal parts, but it's the second best, which is 1 part, 2 part. So, yeah, that makes it nice and easy. And I'm going to answer some questions. Lots of fun. Let's do this. Okay, first question I got is from Nick. He wants to know my Saturday schedule. Which games will I be watching and why? Honestly, if it weren't for our fantasy league, I wouldn't watch that much college football. I mean, I would watch Iowa. I would watch Iowa State. And, I don't know, maybe a random game here or there if I had nothing else going on or it seemed like it was going to be a really good game. But, so that being the case, the games I will be watching are ones that matter to me fantasy-wise. Texas Tech in the morning. It's a game I'll be watching for sure. Always watching Oregon at this point, just because I like their tight end. Obviously, he's my tight end, and also they are kind of a fun team to watch. But then also baseball. I still watch baseball because that's who I am. And there's a really good doubleheader tomorrow between the Twins and the Guardians. It doesn't matter for the Twins, but it matters for the Guardians. So I'm excited for some baseball tomorrow. Probably watch the Mets. I like their announcing team a lot, so I watch a lot of Mets baseball because of that. So yeah, that's my Saturday schedule. I don't really sit down and watch sports on Saturdays that often either. I'm usually doing stuff, so it's on in the background sometimes, or on my iPad if I'm outside doing work or something. But yeah, that's that one. I'm going to start with the apricot liqueur, 3/4 ounce. Yeah, and like I said, because it's 1 part, 2 parts, it's 1 part apricot liqueur at 3/4 ounce, and then 2 parts brandy at 1.5 ounces. So real nice and simple. Next question from Phil. What would I rather go to / be a part of? Iowa in the national title game, Cubs in the World Series, or you in the Liquor Dub Championship? Cubs in the World Series, every time. Always. Every time. I don't care if they've won 100 in a row. That's much more important to me than just about anything. So, and then me and Liquor Dub's probably second. No offense. I mean, it'd be amazing to see Iowa in the title game, but that almost seems so ridiculously out of the realm of possibility that it's like, I've won a Liquor Dub Championship, and the Cubs have won a World Series, so those at least, seem realistic. But anyway, yeah, Cubs, 100%. All right, I got the cognac or brandy and the apricot liqueur. I'm going to now, stupid fruit flies, going to get some ice into this so I can mix it up and put it into a cup. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Ready to stir this up and answer another question while I do that. Brooks wants to know if the family will ever make an appearance or how long will this charade continue. That's so funny. Charade. I mean, my family is like just off camera right now, smiling at me, so. But, you know, they don't need to be on the video ever. And if I asked them to, they would probably look at me like I'm crazy, right, guys? So, next question. Let's see. What is my favorite team name so far this year? We'll have to look at that. Because I don't really know much about the team names. I'm still John, aren't I? I'm bad at naming teams. I've always been bad at it. It's okay. I don't care that much. Maybe that's why I'm bad at it. But the other question, this is from BK. The other question is that the King of England has a tradition he's adopted of creating a cocktail like special for guests of the crown. And during my royal visit, what would I like for my cocktail? All right. I'm going to ponder that while I look at team names to decide my favorites. As you can see, it says to put it in like a highball glass, old-fashioned glass, whiskey glass, whatever, with an ice cube. I usually with a lot of times with brandy cocktails, I like to try and use a small snifter. But it doesn't really matter. And this is on ice and mixed in ice, but this would be a really good cocktail, especially this time of the year. To serve warm and up. So, like not warm in terms of warming the liquor itself, but like whatever glass you're going to use, maybe warm it ahead of time with some hot water while you're making, or while you're just like grabbing bottles, and then layer the two things directly in the glass, not using a mixing glass or any ice or anything, and just having it at like room temperature or with a slightly warm glass. A lot of these brandy cocktails. There's another one I'll be making probably later this fall that specifically will be with like a warmed glass. It's really good. Anyway, it also calls for orange peel garnish if you want. But you don't have to. I'm going to, but because I like to. So last two questions. Now that I've wasted all that time. As far as a cocktail, probably something like martini related. You know, I think arguably one of my favorite cocktails, if not my favorite, is like a Vesper style martini, the James Bond style ones. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they could improve on that. I love that so much, but I'm sure they could. The King's got people and money. I'm sure he could figure it out. So that would probably be my something along those lines, especially with all the fancy gins and stuff that are a big deal. Pardon me. In England. All right, let's see. Best of all Roccos. That's good, although if you're going to do a Rocco thing, you should do like a Rocco's Modern Life, I think would have been funnier. Also, do you even have someone named Rocco on your team? Maybe. No, I don't think I see one. I was confused by somebody named Cameron Dickey on Texas Tech. Weren't they the team that also had Cameron Dicker as their kicker? I think he was on Texas Tech. So that's a little weird. Same first name, slightly different last name. Fucking white people, man. Let's see. All these Jordan ones are kind of silly. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Throwing midgets, that's, I don't think midgets is a term that's really used anymore in polite society, Eric. But, what do I know? The Labubus, I hate the fact that I know what a Labubu is, if I'm being honest, so I don't know if I like them. Maybe it's just me and Mark. Look at us, just using our names. And they're nice, benign, boring names, too. Let's see. Martial law, the ... There's more to it. The People's Champion. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm kind of dumb or something. I don't really, I don't know what most of these team names are referencing. I'm not, I don't listen to like sports podcasts about college sports and stuff. I'm gonna go with Leave It on Red. That's a fun one. I like that. Leave It on Red. There's a lot of multiple puns in there. All right. Well, there you go, guys. Team names are stupid. I don't get them. Martini. I have a family. They're real. World Series for the Cubs. Just doing a fast rundown here for no good reason. Saturdays. No Iowa State. Iowa's playing tonight, so I'll watch a little bit of teams that have to do with my fantasy team and baseball. All right. Cheers, gentlemen. Have a good weekend. And I hope you all can enjoy yourselves, I guess. Yeah, fall. L'chaim. Cheers. Prost. All the other ones. Thanks.